Hello, guys. Welcome to Ladz episode 15. Got James, and of course, got the new guy on the block. We've got Brian.
Pleased to hear beat me there. Pleased to be on the podcast.
Seems like you need to drink the water, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we're going to jump right into Milton Keynes Lightning and talk about the re-sign of the awaited James Griffin, the captain.
The one that we were all waiting for.
Yes.
It was the one that they kept us hanging on for this season.
A lot of people were very worried, and
I think we were.
even I was as well. I was just like, hopefully he'll come back. And of course, we've got the other two new imports, Illia Korenchuk and Janne
Joiken.
I can't pronounce it, so thank you, James.
Well, I might not pronounce that right, but yeah.
But yeah, and of course, that's their 5 imports now.
Yeah.
For the season, which is exciting. I know we've seen the posts and we've seen a lot of other teams thinking we're buying the league, but
they do that every year. I think every off season they say the same thing.
But I think we made the right choice by going for 5 because it will allow us to rotate them, give them time to settle in, and also just to give that chance to get used to the British hockey as well.
Very competitive as well over here.
And one of the things that we found last year was we lost Dylan for quite a long time with injury, and that really put us back with the 5th import.
Yeah.
I think it will be a lot easier, hopefully, to mix and match depending on who we're playing.
Yeah,
I think as well. I don't know many of the imports that we've signed, but they all look completely different types of players. Which is massive because if you think. But what we had last season with Dylan, it was very very powerful skater, very elegant on the ice, had a cracking shot.
Very silky on the rubs as well.
Yeah. We obviously had Patrick, who come through halfway through. We knew exactly what he was going to do after game 1. Spadders, again, a different type of player. So I like the fact that we've continued that trend. Having 5 completely different types of imports that will bring their own qualities, their own strengths to our team, and I think that's why we're probably going to be one of the favourites again to win silverware.
Yeah, and also I know it was our British, wasn't it, players who were outscoring the imports last season. And I think Tim's looked at that as now being head coach, and he's thinking we need some bit of firepower. A bit of competitiveness, right? But yeah, and of course I know they talked about getting the 5th in. Someone might have to sit on the bench, and of course I think that's quite exciting because it'd be like fight for your place, and hunger, and looking at their set skills, and you've got some power forwards, you've got some power play specialists, and of course, that's it.
Well, what I want to see is less sort of the negativity around the 5 imports, especially from other teams, but obviously our own sort of fan base can question. They might want to have, say, Jokinen has been dropped for a typical game, and say Spadafor like he did last year. I want us to get us behind the imports because it's quite easy to sort of moan, groan, and that doesn't do anybody a world of good.
No, and I think the important thing for me is that we need to trust in Tim as the head coach and the coaching staff in particular, because they will know what they are looking for in any particular game.
Yeah,
it's very easy as people in the stand to believe that we know it all.
Yeah, of course,
and we don't.
No.
They all have more knowledge of. This is a game that we perhaps don't need quite this particular style of play. We need this particular style of play. So and I think you're right. We need to, as supporters, get behind that and say, we trust you, Tim.
Yeah. Because I think, prime example was Leeds last game-ish of the season where we kind of threw it away. I think a lot of the fan base, the team, Tim would have told us that as well. It'd be interesting what your guys think on that. But when we do play Leeds again, whether home or away, whether you think he should go for Spadafor and Forsberg, or whether he drops one of them and goes out with 3 forwards, because it's a very good question. I've been thinking about all day with the bigger teams and how he's going to divvy up who plays in what games. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well,
You first, Mason.
oh, thank you. Thing is, it's a hard one, but the fact is that it's trying to get the right words. Sorry,
because my eyes, I know I'll let you think whilst I babble on about it.
It's there, but it's just not
for me. I think if we rocked up at Leeds and had Korenchuk, Gabai, and Jokinen, and had Forsberg or Spadders is the D, I think that's kind of what we would need against the Leeds. I thought, especially the last game that we played them here, I thought we were very flat in that sort of up the ice at times, and that wasn't necessarily because of the quality we had. I think that one of Leeds' defence, as we all know, is one of the best, if not the best, in the league at that point. So I think to have those three different types of players attacking that defence,
I think for me I totally agree with what you're saying. I think we need a different mindset against teams like Leeds.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is we need to just stick to what we know best.
Yeah.
And how we play. I think certainly from my point of view, I was at that Leeds game and I just felt they just got in our heads and we were just trying too hard. It was, we were well aware that if we lost this, it could mean that we didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
And they got in our heads. Ollie Endicott
does what he does best.
Does what he does best, and I think we played into their hands. And I think with the new imports that we've got, they'll have a little bit more experience. They'll have a little bit more about them. They won't possibly know Leeds as well as some of the others. And so then they will be able to play their own natural game. I think that's what we really need.
Yeah.
Did you? Obviously, I'll let you know you've thought about the answer. Hopefully,
no, I think you guys said I agree with. Well, it's the thing is that Leeds team from season gone and season before, they've played with each other quite a long time. They know each other. The thing is, they play severely smart hockey, and they know who's where. They've got that system, and the thing is, what they do get in your heads. As you said, Ollie Endicott. We saw that in the playoffs, didn't you? He got Patrick Forsberg off the ice, and what happened?
And
Boom, he scored.
Yeah.
So they know how to do it. So I think we need. I think as kind of Tim Wallace's interview is coming out tomorrow, talking about his intake, what the players he's signed, what he wants from his players. I know they briefed that a little bit out. He wants them to put their body on the line, play for the badge, and just play exciting hockey. But I think he wants them to play as a team, a unit, and get in their heads this time.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I know you got Spads and you got Patrick, but I think Patrick and Martelli at the back, because I think Patrick is incredible. Like, he came in that half of the season, and like the points he got, the passing on the blue line, the slap shots, all round great player, and also a great guy off the ice. But I think with Martelli coming in with him, it's just that they're both up here, the IQ in hockey, and surrounded him. So I said we've got Illia Korenchuk. We've seen his highlights, some of his games, some of his play. I think that's just what we need.
Yeah.
Like to blend in nicely with Martelli. Martelli's fast. He can. I think he'll get more goals this season, Martelli. I think that's what Tim probably wants him to do as well. Just contribute some more goals.
Yeah, I think for me last season was Martelli had the best season that he could have done. Yeah. And I think that was his breakthrough season.
Yeah. And just carry on from there.
Going back to what we were talking about with Leeds, I think with the 5 imports and the players that we have now, we can show different faces in different games.
Yeah.
So we won't be predictable. I think sometimes we were, certainly with teams like Leeds, we were very predictable.
Yeah.
Whereas with the mixtures that we've got now, we perhaps will be less predictable, and we can show different faces. So maybe against Solway it'll be a different face against Leeds and Hull.
Yeah.
And of course with Swindon as well, because I know sometimes we've gone to Swindon and they're the big boys and they do throw their weight around. And I think that's where we said before, like Tim's bringing in a big squad, strong players who all basically are not afraid to put their body on the line. And he probably wants to go there saying, as you said, not predictable, and be like, well, hello guys, we're MK Lighton, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's quite.
And I think what I was most concerned about, I think you guys probably might have been similar to me, is we lost a lot of MK experience in the off season. Thinks of like Carter and Mac, and not necessarily Ben because he hasn't been around as much, but certainly Mac's been with us for a good few seasons. He knows the MK way. Carter's been here 2 years. He knew the MK way. Obviously Ross Venus is his experience. I was worried that are we going to get that leadership back into that dressing room and that team and know the MK way? And that's for me. As soon as I saw that Dominic Gabai come in, I thought that's exactly what we needed. That guy that can be Tim Wallace on the ice. He's been a head coach at Bees. He knows what it takes. That's quite good there. And I suppose with Korenchuk, the import, he played for Ukraine. So he's played for his country.
Yeah.
So then that means, one, he's a solid player, but two, he's got that experience as well. So I'm actually looking at it now with thinking we've probably got more experience at hockey than we have ever done before.
Yeah.
In that
And I think we've still got that core, those core people.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we've done what we always, what is the philosophy of the Lightning, which is to build players to a point where they can move on. And I think that is something. We've got a lot of younger players this year who will develop with us. And will just go up that extra thing. And with people, especially, I mean, Griff was a big signing for me.
Oh, huge.
I think if we'd lost Griff, I would be worried, if I'm honest. Because he is such a leader on the ice. He is our captain. I'm hoping that I'm sure he will stay as our captain this year. But he always leads from the front. And I think that's what we need. But he's now got that support on the ice that will make it just that next step up.
And leaning on that as well, was it assistant coach Louis Christie on the bench?
Exactly.
So that brings even more depth and strength behind the line, and I think he will do a whole lot good. Hell of a lot good. Sorry. It's been a long day. Because you've got Saunders, who's young. Honestly, one of my favourite players, Archie Salisbury. I think, I love how he plays. And also, he said he's got Griff there, he's got Spadafor, and he's got Patrick Forsberg, and he can help get these guys and also give his experience because he's MK Lighton legend. So looking forward to it. And of course, good luck to him with the working alongside Tim and Joe.
I think it's very easy to focus on the people we've lost. But what I really pleased about is that Tim has brought in people who he feels will fit into the team. And will add something and take us to that next level. And that's where we want to be.
And also players that he's looking at, that he said he's been looking at for a while.
Like
there's one player we don't really talk about much actually, but the one player I'm actually looking forward to, we're talking about the forward line for goal scoring, is Jarvis Hunt. Because I've seen his highlights lately quite a lot now, and he's basically right in front of the netminder, and he'll tap in the goals. And I think where you've got Korenchuk and of course
Joiken,
and of course you got Cowney
and Norris
as well.
And
I think that might be, if it works well, could be a deadly counter attack. And
I think it will work well. I think we've got the coaching staff now that can take us to that next level. With the introduction of Lewis, I think it'll take a bit of pressure off Tim, pressure off Joe, but would add a new dimension to the whole team as well. So I'm really excited for the season. Really excited.
And one thing we've got to think of is when we say Lewis Christie, how would you describe him? Well, he's Mr. MK.
Yes.
He knows the club better than anybody else on that team. And I think sometimes, as we said, on the bench last year, we might have got lost in games and that sort of thing. But with Lewis's voice and his know-how, he knows the MK way. That's going to be huge for Joe and for Tim.
100%.
And for the players, for the younger players. I
Exactly.
mean, what a player to look up to. Like Lewis Conroy, Josh Saunders, even like Elliot Lewis, Jarvis Hunt, the younger players that are coming. To see Lewis Christie in the dressing room and Mr. MK, it's massive.
And even those players who've come from other teams will know his reputation and probably will have watched him in a Lightning shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And will be able to say, he's got the knowledge that I need to just progress that a little bit further.
Yeah. And as you said as well, like he's putting in depth in the squad as well. So
massively.
It's like it's one of those things like, he's out for a little bit, but we do have a backup here. And on top of that, as you said, when like last season, we saw a few times, unfortunately, where some of the players lost their heads. They come off the ice, they're a bit frustrated. They hit the stick against the doors and everything, and frustrated. And of course, like you have, as I said, Louis Christie there. You have the experience. You have got Tim Wallace there as well, and he'd be like, just get them refocused. Because I know the game when was it the playoff? Was it when Tim couldn't play? Or was it one of the games
where he was?
I think it was the last. It was the Peterborough game.
Peterborough game, yeah.
Peterborough game.
We saw Tim up there.
Yeah.
He had to watch, and of course, like seeing he got frustrated because he just we knew what he wanted to do. He wants to go down there and say, "Guys, come on! Like we've got the talent here. Let's just get our heads in it." And of course, if we had that then, it'd be a different story. But that's now gone. That's finished. New season, as I said, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Buzzing. And obviously, we want to know your thoughts at home watching this. Who you're excited to see, your thoughts on the new roster and things, because we're interested to know that. And one thing I think quite excited for us to do is pick our lines eventually in who we would have on there and get that out there so people can see what lines we think should be. Obviously, Tim will have his thoughts, but obviously I've been thinking about who I'd like to see on what line, so that's something that we could all do and get that posted at some point.
And then players to look out for as well. Like we're going to do our own that British players to look out for and the team. And of course imports. I think we might do basically pretty much the whole league. Bobby fun, keep us busy,
keep us busy.
And of course, we both disagree. We're quite similar.
A lot of things. It doesn't take much for us to disagree on certain things.
Also, a big shout out for MK Hurricanes because they went to Sheffield last weekend. Sheffield Recfest non-check-in tournament.
Yeah, another trophy.
Another trophy, MK Hockey.
Huge.
Of course, I was chatting to a couple of the players just after they won. Congratulating them from us, and of course they had so many injuries and they went down. I think it was 7 or 8 players, but I just said to show you how guys the determination, the heart to just honestly to win it, and honestly well deserved. Hope they rested well, and hopefully we might get them on again on the podcast and to talk about that. We're going to get
more Hurricanes players. Obviously, we've got a lot of Thunder players, which that's what we've been here
Hence
at the rink today.
We're at the rink today.
Doing a bit with that. So, that's massive for MK Hockey, isn't it? For a team like the Hurricanes who don't get much viewings because, again, they're not necessarily known. So, again, that's why we're here.
We're here.
That's what we need to remember is that Milton Keynes is the hotbed of ice hockey in the UK.
We've got about 5 or 6 teams.
We've got 5 or 6 teams. Let's not forget the ladies as well.
Falcons, the Chesters, the Bolts. There's so many different teams.
And the Storm.
Storm,
we're building for the future, and I think Milton Keynes has become somewhere which is known for ice hockey.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I wish we can actually cover all the teams, but unfortunately, because we only started in April, and of course, we're working alongside Thunder on the social media side. At the games, we're going to some away games, home games, get some footage maybe. And also, James is going to be doing the man of the match with head coach Will.
Brilliant.
Me, I'll be doing a bit of both, but not man of the match. That's your job. The main man.
The face of it.
The face.
The ugly face.
And of course, I'll be helping out when I can. Brian will probably come in and help out and watch some great hockey.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting, new era for themselves, and of course, it's
New era for us as well.
And it's new era for the
Of course,
Lightning Lads,
as
because
well.
we said we started off in April. It was very poor in I think we rushed it far too much on there, and it's now we've come together and it's starting to work. We're not anybody anywhere needs perfect. We've got a lot of tweaking still to do in certain areas, but I think it's a new era to have.
We all start somewhere.
We all start somewhere. It's working. Brian is got probably more knowledge than we will ever have on Milton Keynes hockey and in hockey in general, which is great. So yeah, watch this space for us Lightning Lads. We're coming. We're coming for everybody. No.
You heard him.
But the main thing is like the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Subscribe. Follow us.
Yeah.
That's important because the more followers we get, the bigger we grow, and the more we can do for you, the viewers.
And of course, if you see us at the rink as well, like say hi, because I know we've got a couple of them already said to us, like, we'll come meet you after the drink or something, and more than welcome. I don't mind buying you a drink or two, but I'll be on good behaviour though. I've got my kids and wife and everything. And
one thing we haven't done is shout out to our first competition winner.
Yes.
Which is Ashley. Got the interview rights.
We're actually interviewing on Monday after this podcast comes out. We are doing Sheffield Steel Dogs defenseman CJ Garcia, and we cannot wait for that. And gentleman
Ashley Baldock.
Shout out to you, buddy. He actually won a jersey of his choice, which will be ordered and come to the rink when we come to the OK Lightning game. We'll get a selfie together, and also he's earned his spot on the podcast. Yeah. And of course, he supports Milton Keynes Lightning. It's not fixed, but yeah, and he'll basically have his say on the podcast, and of course get to know him as well.
Yeah,
can't wait.
So that is touch what Brian said. We just want the love and support. Really, like, subscribe, follow. As much support you can from us means we can continue bringing you better content. So we are new, but we are going to make sure we go to town on it and give all the hockey fans for Milton Keynes, but around the league, the love it needs, and the lower leagues as well. So, and thank you for your support so far.
Yeah, and so we'll wrap it up there. Yeah, and cheers, guys. I think we're all going home.
Yes,
get some rest.
Get some sleep. I'm up about 6:30 tomorrow to go to work. So
I'm up about 4 in the morning with the kids.
I'm lucky, but I have an office just 5 steps away from my bedroom.
That's perfect.
I wish I had that. But
yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
No. See you later.
It's great to be part of the Lightning Lads.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Yes, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.